So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So off we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. De Bruyne. And it's De Bruyne. Now Costa Curta. Now it's Romario. Beckenbauer cuts it out. Xavi Alonso. Costa Curta. De Bruyne conjures time and space where few can. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations. Ibrahimovic really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Beckenbauer. Grêmio are a team known for their direct brand of football, so Jim, what are we looking for here?
Well, I think it depends on a couple of things, Peter. Firstly, whether they have a quality passer who can play those balls from a little deeper. And then secondly, you need someone up front to be able to hold on to it, be the link man. It can be very effective against teams that like to press high up the pitch.
Ambrosini. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And that's a simple one for the keeper. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Guardiola wins the duel this time. That's a cute ball. Oh, that's clever. Costa Curta. And it's Yaya Toure. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Substitution for Milan, number 11, Ambrosini.
Gets us going once more.
Milan really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
Zico is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. He's through here. And this is Romario. Zico. Here's a chance! Oh, off the bar! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Messi is firing after that one. Milan come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Throw in. Rijkaard. Now it's Maldini. Van Dijk deals with that comfortably. He won't be happy with that one. Mbappe, an individual who's prepared to shoot any time, any place. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far.
Zico! Crosses it in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And this is chance, surely! It's bounced back off the post. Ambitious, but just off target.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Maldini is there, and he can pick it up. That's been slit through. Bale makes a dash for it. Beckenbauer did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Now it's Olise. Gets a good foot in there.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Thuram. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
De Bruyne.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Added time.
And he's making progress on the ball.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
And that's it. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, Peter, I suppose it's something. Not ideal for either side, of course, although...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Milan.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running. Well, we all know of Johan Cruyff as the father of total football, but what can we expect from him on the pitch, Jim?
He'll be the conductor, Peter, making sure that his team create space and make good use of it. I expect him to be running the show and adding a touch of class to proceedings.
Winning with style, and that's what he has always been about.
Always.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And this is Drogba. And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that was very necessary. Now it's Bale. Lahm. And it's Guardiola. And that's a dangerous ball. And they're quick to get it back. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Hazard! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And he's there to belt it away. Lahm has it in a wide position.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Tries to play it through. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Chiellini. Still goalless. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And here's Bale. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Davids is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And now the breakaway, neatly clipped into space. And it's hoisted clear. Bale, Guardiola. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, that's fabulous. Crosses it in here.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Applies the finish! Nicely shaped ball. Davids. And he cuts out the supply. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Great vision. That looks a good ball through. That's a decent clearance. And he's only too happy to take that back. Played it again. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in the second half.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Milan are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Looking tidy in possession here. Decent chance! That is special! Gareth Bale!
Well, what a restart this has been. A top player striking early. The perfect fillip to push on from what was a stunning finish.
A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
The first breakthrough.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Bale, looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now. Milan couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
And smartly reclaimed. Roberto Carlos kept his eye on it, and he's there. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Defending was strong and firm. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And he's picked it up out wide.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
England needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Oh, good. Can he finish? It's in. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Substitution for England, number 24, Howson. Number
Final
18,
checks on the touchline. A
Rijkaard.
change about to
Number
occur.
8,
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
number 21,
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it. They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And he's running through. They're urging him to shoot. Bale! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Now it's Bergkamp, and this is Cruyff. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Milan can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally, all round the better side. It turned into a... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, we're on the way. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, this man, João Cancelo, is going to add so much more dynamism to his side, and he's the type of player who does well in a flowing system, in a flowing team. I like it when he moves centrally and makes himself an effective outlet. He basically can become a number 10, and he can produce some delicious little dinks over the top of any opposition defence.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And Romario! Now that wasn't a bad hit by any means.
Well, at least his thinking was very good, Peter. Probably thought he hit the target, judging by his reaction.
And they're quick to get it back. No way through. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Hazard. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Ambitious ball here. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Now, can they get him away? And he's managed to get free.
Romario clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Davids is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. He's shifting through the gears here. Good challenge, excellent challenge.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, he's having a go! Goal! Milan! Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Milan have taken the lead.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Batistuta! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Well, you have to say how clever the pass was. It caught the defence off guard because of the disguise on it, and it makes it all the more disappointing that he didn't top it off with a finish.
Some resolute defending there. Tries to pass it through. Nicely aimed pass. Milan looking to go into the break, 1-0 up.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Azar.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Guardiola. And this is Cruyff. Oh, what sort of goal! It's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched. And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
And we come to you now with a quick request for support for our World Charity Fund.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Cruzeiro.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. And that gets things running. Guardiola, this guy undoubtedly the centre of attention here for more reasons than just one. This is his 300th game.
Well, Peter, it's remarkable considering I still remember covering his first game, with you in fact. He really has come an awful long way, hasn't he?
Might be Del Piero! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Del Piero with the short one. Elects to cross. Koundé gets it away. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. That's a lovely, neat pass. Xavi Alonso. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Knocks it into space. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Cruyff. And it's Del Piero. Lahm. Lahm delivers. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Cleared without hesitation. And this is Del Piero! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Now it's Doku. And he's managed to get free. Doku! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Towering header! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
He won't be happy with that one. That has been slung wide.
Milan are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Guardiola is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And smartly reclaimed. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Davids. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. It's a searching pass. Good read, needed to be. Deftly away.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Lahm plays it in. And it's half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So between them, no goals at all so far.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
Johan Cruyff. Coming on to replace him is number 20. 23, Bale.
So off we go again.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in...
Oh, he's been... Del Piero! Doku, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. And it's Guardiola. Great ball. Bale! That is special! Gareth Bale!
Oh, that was magnificent. What a way to stamp your ability on a game. Not necessarily pivotal, but it has most definitely shifted momentum.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming...
Oh, they could be caught out here. And back to the keeper they go.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That's a cute ball. And no, that was never going to make it. Del Piero is, of course, well known for his dancing feet.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Guardiola. And this is... And Batistuta! And it's hit the woodwork and out! So we have movement on both benches.
Number 10, Batistuta. Number 13, Del Piero. Coming on the field, number 7.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
He's shifting through the gears here. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, there's a probing ball. The ball is loose, and the chase is on. Oh, sweet feet. Dybala! And that could have brought them level.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
Oh, perfectly measured that.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Played over towards the opposite flank.
Good ball, that too.
Just 5 minutes left. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Very nicely done. Ball is over the line. Ah, good steal, he just read it.
Milan can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Bale is onto it in a flash. Now it's Shevchenko. And time is up. Milan have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Bale claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
I think it gets a terrible raw deal.
A header! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Ambitious ball here. Oh, that's a fine interception. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, I think this fella, Luis Diaz, will have a key role in being the link man. He's so good when it comes to progressing the ball up the pitch, and he'll often drop deep to do that. Above all, though, I like his feistiness. There's a combative and energetic edge to everything he does.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. And no, that was never going to make it. Guardiola is always looking to break lines. That has been cut short. And it's Ambrosini. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Thuram does well to get it back. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Great vision. He's in plenty of space here. And he's in on goal. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And he's there to belt it away. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Nesta. Rijkaard pinches it off him. Aimed beyond the defence. Nesta. And it's Rijkaard. Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Lovely pass, but can he get shapes to shoot? Oh, wonderful! What a goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. And Milan have the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Milan have taken the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Opts for safety. Ambrosini.
There will be 1 minute at a
Hazard,
time.
a player who needs no introduction. And claimed it back swiftly. Croy, can he finish? And there's a goal. And they're threatening to fly away here. That was a given. It always was.
Well, so often it comes down to that.
And that is indeed the final act.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Milan firmly in control at the break. 2-0 the scoreline.
Substitution on the field. Erling Haaland. Coming on the field.
And here is the first touch of the second half.
Van Nistelrooy.
Doué. That's a good run down the left. That'll be a throw. Nesta. Maldini. Oh, this looks sharp. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, that's a key interception. A probing pass, and he plays one through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. The ball has bounced loose now. Fermin. And this is Romario. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Cruyff. Now it's Rijkaard. That is a crunching tackle. Gattuso can clear it away. And this is Romario. Played back. Quality ball. Van Nistelrooy. Guardiola. Nicely weighted ball. Great ball, and he's in here. And the shot! Relentless! Just relentless! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing.
The goal.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're on the way. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
I think it gets a terrible raw deal these days. It's deemed old-fashioned, outdated, but in truth, with the right personnel, it works just as well as any other system or formation. Success can still be had with it, and teams are still winning big trophies with exactly this setup.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Borussia Dortmund clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Not the most accurate pass. Oh, a delicate chip through. This is Romario. He's found a way through. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Well, there is no one here, Jim, who's surprised to see Wesley Sneijder in the starting lineup.
Yeah, and I think they'll be looking to him to provide all the creativity again here. Okay, he may not go box to box, and he is going to require everyone around him to do all the running for him, but with his skill on the ball, he'll make it happen. He'll pick them out.
Rijkaard.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well read, nice interception. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Messi. Bale. Now there's a great chance! Off the post! Deftly away. Owen. Thuram. Oh, there's a probing ball. He's a sharp little ball here. And he's got the beating of his man. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. It's run loose here. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Messi really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
It's a promising position. Borussia Dortmund claiming a corner, and the referee concurs.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And it's hoisted clear. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Reflections on the first half?
Solid, very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Milan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Milan come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
And Messi! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Alonso. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep, and that is expertly dealt with. Fermin! Oh, crossbar! Nearly, but not quite.
He probably had a good view of it as well, Peter. Obviously, an inch or two lower, and that's in the back of the net.
Played into space. No luck with that dink over the top. Saliba. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. This is Owen. Thuram is there to clear. Rijkaard. And it's Sneijder. Mendes is fouled.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 19, Owen. Coming on to replace him is number 11, Vinicius Junior.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Hazard. Oh, that's fabulous. Nice control. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
Thuram. Oh, he's found support out wide. And he gets rid in a hurry. Rijkaard. Passes short and sharp. And he's there to belt it away.
Milan clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And that was very necessary.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Incoming delivery.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 14.
It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
Xabi Alonso. Coming on the field, number 20, Dani Olmo. Number 3.
Van Dijk gets it away.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And he welcomes it in. Cross in. And that has been knocked clear. Conte. And here's Hazard. And it's Cruyff. And Cruyff! Incredible! Just incredible! Mass euphoria! Ecstasy! He has given that the lot. Bang!
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and
And that is that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Azar picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
And a quick announcement today that
Milan have done it. They're people without a fingernail left between them after what they have just witnessed.
Milan really wanted this. I mean, look at those players now. Some are barely able to move. They squeezed every ounce of energy out of themselves to get this result. And congratulations to them.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Japan.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're up and running. Well, of course, Italy has always been the place to be when it comes to defensive maestros, and here is a prime example. So how highly do you rate this fella, Alessandro Nesta?
Well, he's without doubt one of the very best they've produced. He's been mature well beyond his years since those younger days, blending power, speed, technique, and really good intelligence and ability to read the game. It's no surprise to me that so many have aspired to be just like him.
Oh, he's been caught napping! More and more pressure on the ball here. Maldini plays it long. Now it's Hullet. Plays a sharp little ball here. Dembele shoots! Goal! Japan! Milan! And Japan are in front! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Japan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Japan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
And we have our very first corner. Tries to get it clear. That is ended up in no man's land. Milan are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Nicely shaped ball. Almost half an hour in now. Couldn't squeeze it through. Eto is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And the pass is intercepted. Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack, and he's managed to get free. And this is Roberto Carlos. Seedorf. He's had a shot! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Well, that has not gone well. Now it's Romario. And that has been cleared. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Azar. Pull it. And that's been won straight back. Vitinha making good progress. Delivers the ball. Shapes to shoot! Oh, good finish. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Yeah, keeping...
So, a temporary halt to the action.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
Substitution for Milan, number 10, Batistuta.
We're on the move again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Oh, good glide! Dembele gets flagged offside. Rijkaard. Lahm. And that has put paid to that. And here's Bale. Messi. Milan come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think this is probably a good...
Messi! Messi! Genius! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Just one in it now.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Japan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Hazard is firing after that one. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Milan still have the cards to affect this game. And it's Guardiola. Knocks it out wide. Thuram. And here's Bale.
Milan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Substitution for Milan, number 5.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Coming on the field, number 22.
Into the last quarter of an hour.
Number 14.
Japan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, right place, right time.
Oh, that's brilliant from him, because he was so quick to read it.
And the counter is on. Nesta cuts it out. Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Guardiola. Eto'o. Seedorf is a perfect combination of brain and brawn.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
He won't be happy with that one. And here's Hazard. Hazard, good strong midfield running here. There's the shot! It's in! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted. And that's that. Milan were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. Your reflections then, Jim? Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things already rolling. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, they say that there's been a bit of a renaissance, Peter, at the number 10 position, and this guy, Çalhanoğlu, is one of the players who has really shone in recent times. He's not the quickest, but both his delivery and his distribution are consistently excellent, and once he starts finding spaces about 5 to 10 yards outside the box, he can be a real handful for any opposition.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. And this is roll! Roll! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Bangladesh ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Oh, what has happened here? The ball has bounced loose now. He's found a way through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Milan still without a single shot on target. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Kukçu is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Kukçu.
Bangladesh really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Saliba is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Juve. And it's Kukçu. Aimed beyond the defence. He has found the way through. Tries to play it through. Now it's Romario. And this is Cruyff. No way through, so... Decent chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Hazard clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
That's a little off target. He shifted it to the flank. He's picked his way through. Iniesta! Oh, it's fallen loose again! There it is!
Surprise, surprise. Look who turns up to give his side the ultimate lift before the break. Now we can look forward to a whole different game in this second half.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal. He's had a shot! In he goes again! And it's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. And
the referee says that is that for the first half.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Milan sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. Gets us going once more. Nesta. Passing is crisp and sharp. And this is Romario. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Iniesta. Rijkaard. Azar. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And this is Raul. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. There's the shot! They want to be quick to recover this. Short changes him with that pass. Juve. Back where it came from. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And he's quick to return it. And he's managed to get free. Pings in across.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Çalhanoğlu. Hakimi. And it's Çalhanoğlu. De Bruyne. Can he get it through? Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Cruyff. It's played through for him. And he's running through. Oh, he's on his own!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. Big chance! Searching pass he's played there. Oh, that's a key interception. Thuram. And here's Romario. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's been hooked away. And this is Cruyff. De Bruyne. Just 5 minutes left. Oh, he's bustling through here. Oh, that's well spotted. Guardiola. Guardiola is always looking to break lines. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. De Bruyne. Defending was strong and firm. And that's that. Milan are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and their tactician-in-chief can draw great satisfaction from it.
We come to you now with
Cruyff taking in the accolades, having been named man of the...